A new set of rules for people living along the Columbia River brought a crowd to a workshop in Quincy on Monday. The rules involve what people can do with property along the river following the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission's approval of the Utility Shoreline Management Plan. FERC required the utility to develop a plan to make sure the public has access to land along the Wanapum and Priest Rapids reservoirs and to avoid impacts to wetlands. Jeff Grizzell, the PUD's Director of Natural Resources, explained the requirements came from a 1986 federal law. When the PUD renewed the license to the dams, it had to comply with the law. It was the first time the utility was required to change how it issued permits since the dam was originally licensed. While the utility either owns or has the rights to use the land along the reservoir, it did little to enforce encroachments onto that land. While the utility either owns or has the rights to use the land along the reservoir, it did little to discourage encroachments onto its land. Several people questioned where the PUD's property ended and private property began. Grizzell said the line is determined by the highest water level the utility can fill the reservoir to, known as the high water line. Officials told the crowd the high water line varied at different parts of the reservoir. For Quincy resident Jim Horsch, that answer wasn't good enough. He pointed out the water sits flat and there should be a uniform high water line. The utility plans to have a second workshop on March 25th at the PUD Hydro Engineering Building, located at 15655 Wanapum Village Lane in Beverly. For iFiber One News, this is Cameron Probert reporting.